Marty Nemko. This is another of my short stories. This one is called The Director's Nightmare. I tried to make a living as a play director in New York City and failed. Moved up to Albany and failed. And finally, tail between my legs, moved to centrally isolated, just 40 miles from Utica, and appropriately named Lowville, New York, where the competition would be, to be polite, less daunting. Because Lowville has a, quote, tiered retirement community, a lot of old people live there, so I decided to do the old chestnut play, The Gin Game, in which two residents of such a retirement home get to know each other over a game of gin rummy. I figured I could get two old actors to play the parts. First, I placed a flyer on the Independent Living Building's bulletin board. When that didn't work, I placed an ad in the Lowville Crier, another unfortunate name. That didn't work. So I asked the activity coordinator if she would announce it to the residents. She did. Nothing. Finally, in desperation, I went to the third tier, the nursing home, and got two wheelchair-bound people. They only drooled occasionally. I figured that maybe would add a dose of reality. And their being in wheelchairs, the media, such that it is up here, eats up anything that highlights the have-nots. But they could not memorize their lines, so okay, I let them use their script as a cheat sheet. At the dress rehearsal, when the guy leaned on the table, it collapsed, but I fixed it. Advance sales were not weak, they were zero. So I canceled 8 of the planned 9 performances. Maybe I'd get at least a decent crowd for the opening and closing night wrapped in one. The woman hated the costume. It makes me look old. I can't go on stage in that. I thought, you're ancient. What the fuck? I had to drive the 30 miles in the snow to the Goodwill in Herkimer in hopes of finding something she would deign to wear. I ended up buying 2 dresses, out of my own pocket, of course, giving me 2 shots at her approval. Her reaction? Well, okay, I guess I could wear that one. Well, thank you very much, nursing home prima donna. At the performance, not one person showed up, except my parents, who drove up all the way from Long Island 4 hours. The actors were surprisingly good, so-called theater magic when adrenaline makes actors cram and then be energized on stage. But would you believe? The table broke again? My parents, both of them, thought it was a parody. I think I need to try it again in New York City. In any event, that story is called The Director's Nightmare. As usual, I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel, and certainly would welcome you taking a look at any of my 34 books. Perhaps the most relevant to this is work stories. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Marty Nemko.